You see here we have the charge IC exactly the same as this one, and for this connector or the power jack over here we have basically the DC connector. Do you see? We have DC connector. So let's pass through all these components and understand everyone. Here this is current sense resistor. This symbol basically is the same as this one here. Do you see this? This is current sense resistor. Hi again, so welcome to motherboard component with schematic symbols. This is basically the second video, the part 2, so let's dive in. So we have seen in the previous video this component in this motherboard and also in the circuit diagram or in the schematic. So I'm going to teach you now the component on other 3 motherboards, but first let's see what we have seen in the previous video, just a summarize. So we have seen that this is the charge IC inductor. So the charge IC is always near to the DC connector or power connector. Here we have inductor, current sense resistors. This is the MOSFET. Here basically we have inductor, transistor. Here we have resistors. This is a normal Zener diode, and over here we have the super IO, the IC that is responsible or that manage the whole power in the motherboard. Then we have, as you can see, this is inductor. Basically here we have the 5-volt channel where we have inductor, electrolytic capacitors, and we have the control IC. We have here the pad or the bridge or test point when you can check the 5-volt. Here basically this is another channel for 3-volt or 3.3 volt, where we have also the same component, inductor, capacitor. We have the pad, and of course this is the IC that controls these 2 channels. So here we have another inductor, we have IC. This is basically this is not a capacitor, this is crystal oscillator or oscillator. We have here Y. Okay, so here this is MOSFET, so transistor, several capacitors, and we have inductor. As I told you before, always do not confuse between capacitors, several capacitors, and inductor. For inductor you will find L, as you can see, L4. This is the reference for inductor. Here also we have another inductor, but those are capacitor. So let's move on to the next motherboard. Here in this motherboard we have other different components. So let's begin here. For example, we have the IC. This is the control IC. We have 7 capacitors. This is an IC also U63. This is an amplifier. We have another integrated circuit. This is electrolytic capacitor. Always this part, this is the positive terminal and the negative terminal. Here we have MOSFET. This is the first channel. Always H inductor means a channel. Okay, so what I mean by the channel, this basically this is the first channel, and over here we have second channel. In every channel generates a voltage. Every channel in the laptop generates a voltage. Here, for example, for this channel it generates plus 3 volt. This channel, as you can see, generate plus 5 volt. And in every channel you will find, of course, the control IC, 2 MOSFETs, and we have inductor and capacitors for filtering, to filter the current. So if we go to motherboard, as you can see here, we have the first channel and this is the second channel. Okay, so in the first channel we have, of course, the control IC, we have inductor, we have capacitor. Okay, and we have also 7 capacitor. This channel also we have inductor, as you can see, capacitor. We have the pad. Also we have the pad. Let's see the schematic if we have the pad or not. Here basically we don't have here the pad. Let's check the schematic also. Here also we don't have the pad, but in some basically schematics or some motherboard you will find the pad where you can take measurement, and also you can use the pad, of course, to isolate the circuit from another circuit in order to isolate the short circuit. Okay, so this is channel. Okay, remember, in every circuit you will find 2 channels or more. For this circuit we have the first channel, as you can see, and we have the second channel. For every channel you will find basically the input voltage. Here we have the V in, as you can see. Here also we have the V in for this channel. Okay, so let's go back to this motherboard. So we have, as I told you before, inductor MOSFET. Here we have another channel where we have inductor and MOSFET. This is basically for CPU. This is, as I told you before, this component and this component are tantalum capacitor. We called it tantalum capacitors, and those capacitors basically are polarized capacitors, exactly the same as this one. And all the components in all laptop motherboards are, of course, SMD component or surface mounted, as you can see, mounted device. And the opposite is THT component or through hole technology device. Okay, so then we have ceramic capacitors. Basically the reference is C. We have here ceramic capacitors. As you can see, we have here a diode. This is basically a normal diode. Remember, always the Zener diode is the diode that basically has the blue line above it, in the cathode. Okay, so this is what we have here in this motherboard. Let's move on to basically this is the next slide, the same motherboard, but we have other component here. So here this component, as you can see, this is basically network resistor. Do you see network resistors? We have 1, 0, 3. The 3 means 3 zeros, means this is 10k ohm or 10,000 ohm. Okay, always remember. So for the SMD resistors, okay, the reference here, or I mean the capacity here, always consider the third number as the number of zeros. Okay, so what is exactly the role and the purpose of using this network resistors? The network resistor basically is combined many resistors. Okay, here for example we have a normal resistor. This is normal resistor over here. This one also is a normal resistor. We have other normal resistors also here, other normal resistors. But this one and this one, this is basically network resistors. Those network resistors has the same purpose as those resistors, but we use it basically in terms of current and also in terms of gaining space in the motherboard, in order, of course, to gain the space in the motherboard. Because, for example, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see, resistors. But if those resistors are separated, the space could be double. Okay, the space could be a double. Okay, for example, here we have just 2 resistors. Do you see 2 resistors? This is the space for 2 resistors. So for 4 resistors, the space will be like this. Okay, so we use those in order to gain space in the motherboard. Okay, so what we have else, this is tantalum capacitor, inductor, MOSFET, inductor. We have crystal oscillator. Okay, this is not capacitor. Please don't confuse between capacitors and oscillators. Here we have X. So for crystal oscillator, you can find the reference is basically X or Y. Here we have X. And for this one here, let's look for the other. Here we have Y. Okay, Y or X are for oscillators. So the oscillator and the frequency oscillator in the motherboard basically are a very important component. Why? Because they gives the timing and the synchronization in the motherboard. So without that timing and that synchronization, we called it also the clock, nothing will happen in the motherboard. So the all components should be synchronized between each other in order to get a good work in the motherboard. Okay, so let's move on to the schematic right now. So for the schematic, let's take a look to the schematic. This is basically the charge circuit where we have the charge IC. Do you see here we have the charge IC exactly the same as this one, exactly the same as this one. And for this connector or the power jack, over here we have basically the DC connector. Do you see? We have DC connector. So let's pass through all these components and understand everyone. Okay, so here we have connector. Over here we have ceramic capacitors. This is basically the ground. Okay, here we have inductors. This is MOSFET or switch, capacitor, ceramic capacitor. This is Zener diode. Okay, this is the symbol for Zener diode. And over here we have symbol for normal diode. Okay, so here we have basically this is a transistor. We have PQ, 3 pins, and for the MOSFET you will find always 8 pins, as you can see. 3 pins for source, we have the gate, and 4 pins for drain. So this is ceramic capacitors. Here this is current sense resistor. This symbol basically is the same as this one here. Do you see this? This is current sense resistor. Okay, so then we have other MOSFET, inductor, and so this is the battery connector. Here we have the DC connector, and over here we have the battery connector. Okay, so what we have else here, so we have the charge IC, we have two MOSFETs, we have inductors, ceramic capacitors, current sense resistor, the same as this one. Okay, so here we will get the plus battery charge in order to charge the battery. Okay, so basically we have resistors. This is, as you can see, this is IC, this is a 3, as you can see, at a 6 terminal IC. This IC basically will generate, of course, after the controller, or after the control of the charge IC, it will generate the control signal to the switch in order to let 19 volt to pass into other side. So this is basically about the schematic. Let's see the schematic also. What we have here, this is basically a 3 volt 5 volt schematic. So the two charts are the same. We have also the control IC. Okay, we have two MOSFETs for this channel, two MOSFETs for this channel. We have inductor for this channel. We have basically capacitors, one ceramic capacitors and electric capacitor for this channel, the same also for this channel. Okay, what we have else here, we have resistors. This is basically for protection and stabilization, and we have the input voltage. Always you will find V in that will pass through inductor ceramic capacitors, also here inductor ceramic capacitors. Basically the purpose of this ceramic capacitors is to remove the noise in the circuit and to make the signal a pure and of course a clean signal. So this is it, guys. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like the video. If you enjoyed the video and you find it a useful video, please like the video, because your likes is what make me motivated to create more videos for you. And of course, share the video. Don't forget to share the video with other friends and people interested, people like you. And of course, subscribe and hit the bell icon, because I can only help you if you are subscribed to my channel. And please join me in my Patreon page. You will find a lot of laptop schematic that you can download for free. You can download as much as you want of schematic for free if you are of course subscribed. So thank you very much and see you in the next video.